This is Sean B. Bradley. I'm here at John Hendry Honda in Heath, Ohio. I'm about to go on break, but I'm going to close out the final break by asking my class here a couple questions. And I want you to be honest with me, and this could backfire on my face, people. But I asked this of every single one of my clients. I asked this of every single one of my associations and workshops, okay? And I want you to answer loud, whatever the answer is, okay? I want you to answer it loud so the camera can hear you, okay? All right. Now, this is not what you think it is, probably. This is not a testimonial, but there's a reason I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, team, all right? The first question, and it doesn't matter if you really know this, because perception is reality. Do you agree with that statement, perception is reality?
Yes.
Okay, so that's true. So it's what do you think and what do you feel? First question, do you think I like my job?
Yes.
Louder.
Yes.
Okay. Second question. Do you think I know what I'm doing? Do you think I know about automotive internet sales?
Yes.
Okay. Last and final question. Do you think that I want to help you?
Yes.
Louder.
Yes.
Okay, so now, you're correct with all 3 things. I love my job. Beyond belief. I got the coolest job in the world, I think. I absolutely do know what I'm doing. And from 15 years and 7,000 plus people I've trained. And I unequivocally, there's no doubt in my mind that I am going to help you achieve greatness and success in this industry. But here's why I did this. I want you to remember those 3 questions. You ready? Wait for it. Every single time you all get off the phone, mental checklist. You've got to ask yourself those 3 questions. The prospect that I just hung up with, Mr. Customer, Mrs. Customer, does she or he feel yes, yes, and yes for those 3 questions? I practice what I preach. Every time I touch a dealership's floor or I go into a training environment, I want, my personal goal is when I ask those 3 questions, I get a yes, yes, and a yes. And for years, that's all I've ever heard. I've never heard a no. Every time I ask that question, I get yes, yes, and yes. Now think about it. That in itself is powerful right there. Can you imagine, just imagine with me, how powerful you would have become when you could honestly, every single time you get off the phone, you could just do a mental check and say, do they think that I love my job here, John Hendry Honda? Do they think that I really know what I'm doing? Do they know that I'm a Honda expert and I'm the right person to help them get all the information they need? And do they believe that I'm going to help them? I'm going to get them the best deal. I'm going to handle whatever credit situation. I'm going to get them the best rate. That I am the best choice to help them achieve what they need to achieve for the second largest item in their lifetime. That's it, folks.